to the Sunshine State, the Gold Coast
Yep.
Surfers Paradise, even more specifically, for the Boost Mobile Gold Coast 500. Chad Nalon, how awesome is it to be back here after a 3-year hiatus?
Bryony, it's fantastic. It's so good to be back here, getting to stay in these high-rise apartments near the beach, getting up, having a swim in the morning, walking to the racetrack, hearing that sand out there this weekend already. I'm so looking forward to the broadcast. It is good morning here. It's good afternoon where we're from already. Remember the 1 hour time difference, because it's going to, you of all people, it's going to get confusing as to when things are happening. 11:30 a.m. today, which is 12:30 on the East Coast down south.
It's the finals, the Pertec Pit Stop Challenge. Unfortunately, we couldn't make it happen at Bathurst because of the torrential conditions there.
Got the exact
so
opposite today.
we are handing out the Pertec gun here. And you're going to be involved in it too.
I am.
You're hosting
Not
it?
changing tyres,
No,
thankfully,
you're not
because that
changing.
team would lose. Yeah. So we've got the defending champs, Brad Jones Racing. We've got two-time winners, Shelby Power Racing, Throw and Triple Eight and Walkinshaw. They're your four that are going to be competing as well.
Let's take a walk down to...
We'll take a little walk around. So I just want to be able to shout out our good friends at Pertec for supporting the Pertec Pit Stop Challenge. Not just the Golden Rattle Gun, Bridie. $20,000 as well. So for these teams, it is a hotly contested prize.
Absolutely.
And also, I love the little touch down here in the pit bays as well. You can tell the teams that are competing for the Pit Stop Challenge because they've got the special Pertec signage underneath the pit booths around their pit bays. So very, very cool indeed. We've got cars out there on the racetrack. We've got the amazing S5000 here this weekend.
Stand
And
by,
they
I'm
are
just gonna go
absolutely
grab-
howling out there at the moment. Very cool to see open wheel cars back here.
Come on, Andrew, come on. No, you.
Surface Paradise. Who are
Okay,
you going
we're gonna
for
duck
here?
it.
All right.
I'm going to talk to the official team PR representative, Andrew Wells. Hi, we're live from the fast lane out by the garage. Whose car are you using for the Pertec Pit Stop Challenge?
We're going to have Chaz's car because we know there might be a conflicting sponsor and it might look good on TV.
Okay. So is Chaz going to be piloting the
Chaz
vehicle?
will be driving the vehicle. So
Even though Nicholas Burkhardt is the defending Pertec Pit Stop Challenge champion?
yeah, we just want to spread the love. So they both need to be champions now. So if we don't win, it's Chaz's fault. And if we do win, it's all the crew.
Okay, great. You heard that first. Thank you, Wilesy.
Actually makes a lot of sense. All right, well done. Thank you, Andrew Wiles, the media man down here at Walkinshaw and Trinity United.
Has Chazzy been in a Pertec Pit Stop Challenge? Not recently, from memory.
Oh, maybe at
that I
Tickford
can think
once
of.
upon a time. I think I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that his car was in the final here. The only time we ever ran the Pertec Pit Stop Challenge here, he was in the final. So maybe there's a bit of good news there.
How good are the Boost Mobile cars? We've
Yep.
got Will Brown, Brody Kostecki. They are both pumped, ready to go. Because, if you haven't mentioned it yet, or if you haven't figured it out, this is the longest single driver race that they've ever done here on the streets of Surfers Paradise. Two 250k races.
Yeah, so-
one tomorrow and the one on Sunday.
Obviously, there used to be 300k races, but it was co-driver racing, totally different story. We'll dive in here at Brad Jones Racing and see if we can get a little bit of gossip out of these guys and which
I can
car.
see Brad Jones over there. I'm sure he'll have...
Surely it's going to be Andre's car heading up
Surely.
for the big one, the Pertec Pit Stop Challenge. I can see the boss. Hey, Brad. Hey, buddy. We're live on Facebook, so we're just going to come on over.
Fantastic.
This is the day you've been waiting for. You wait all year, you train for it. Pertec Pit Stop Challenge. I know that you guys are so good at it. Can you make it 4 in a row?
I thought you were going to ask me about the mascot race that was cancelled.
We can do that too if you want. It's a pretty hot day here though.
Yeah, look, we can't wait. Boys are ready to go. I mean, it's going to be very different this year, and you know, I think one of the intimidating things is when you got the two cars and they're rushing in there. So it'll be a little different, but we're all primed and ready to go. Can't wait for it.
How much training have you guys been doing back in Albury for the Pit Stop Challenge? Especially the pushes, although they're not as important this year, the pushes.
Yeah, unfortunately, I've had them running that much. They've lost all the weight. No, they, you know, the boys do take it very seriously, as you know.
Yeah.
And you know, we've got the guy. We had a runoff. We literally did, to work out who's best, and they're all being numbered in the order of ability to push your car in. So you know, that's how serious they take it.
How do you think I would rate on my ability to push a car?
Yeah.
Be honest.
You got the shape of a driver.
That was the nicest thing you said about me, actually. Thank you,
Yeah.
Brad.
I think it was a backhanded compliment, though.
Very backhanded compliment. The good news is those guys are ready for the Winter Games as bobsledders, so that's at least a little silver lining for those guys, even if their pushing skills aren't so needed today. Best of luck for the Pit Stop Challenge, and get the Golden Rattle Gun back, mate.
No worries. We'll be working as hard as we can to do that.
Absolutely, and it's going to be very hard and hot work for these guys today, Bryony, because we're expecting about 30 degrees. G'day, Bryce.
Hello, Bryce.
A guy from Darwin's like, it's not even hot yet.
We're live from the fast lane, powered by the garage. How are you feeling ahead of this weekend? Big ask for you guys. Longest single race that you've done here?
Yeah, exactly right. When we were here in 2019, I was actually co-driving with Andre the last time I was here, and it was fairly hard back then. So obviously we got a pretty big weekend coming up. I think Sunday nights we're going to be pretty knackered for sure.
I reckon there'll still be enough energy to attend the after party.
This would be cold for you, wouldn't it? 31 degrees?
Yeah, I don't know what everyone's crying about. Everyone's it's hard to pick, you know. It's like it's too wet, it's too cold, now it's dry and it's too hot. It's like, come on, make up your mind.
Does being from Darwin help you in terms of how hot it gets in these cars?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think what it probably helps with the most is that when it's hot, you work out the complaining doesn't make it any colder, so you just press on, you know.
That's a good point.
Oh, I love that. All the best for the weekend. Thanks,
Brycey.
Bryce. This is, of course, is Bryce's very vibrant pink.
His noble steed.
Electrical.
Yep, good run at
rocket.
Bathurst for these guys. Flying under the radar. Him and Dean Fiore.
Yeah, they did.
Really solid job. Very competitive pace for the entire weekend, and a solid results back that up just outside those main few spots inside the top 10. So good result for them. Now I just want to quickly cover some stuff off before we wrap this up.
Please do.
We are used to seeing the Pertec Pit Stop Challenge as team versus team, Bronny, a race to get in, push the cars and stop. We're doing something differently this year. It is going to be a timed race. So you're not competing against someone else, you're competing against the clock. Okay, so a bit of a different way of doing it, and it involves the time that it takes to put the spike in, get the car up, change the wheels, spike out. So that's how they're going to do the timing for it. Top 2 teams go through to the final. Quickest team wins the final, and the 20 grand, and the golden railgun.
And of course, after the Pertec Pit Stop Challenge, we have 2 big supercar practice sessions.
There's also a race on today.
There's also some racing on.
Oh, good.
The first time that they've hit the streets, as we mentioned, in 3 years. We've gone around the track this morning. It's looking absolutely magnificent. We cannot wait for the action to get underway. It's live on Fox Sports 506 from 11:30 a.m. local, which is 12:30 p.m. Eastern, everywhere else. Time.
I never doubted you.
Check your local guides for details. We'll catch you at the end of the day. Enjoy all the action from the Boost Mobile Gold Coast 500.
Bye.